Hello, welcome back to the channel. Currently I need to get through all of this backlog stuff because it is just everywhere today, and I work from a shoebox, so I do not have the space or the capacity to be sitting on stuff like I do. I've got into a very bad habit, especially with my new sourcing opportunity. I basically go to like a house clearance place where I can fill up my car, bring it back and just crack on. But a lot of the big stuff I need to get listed, I need to get sorted today. For example, this Fortnum and Mason wicker basket has been sitting around for God knows how long, and I've just today decided to get it listed. Currently watching a little bit of a 14-year-old killer thinks he's going home. Basically, he has a family which are obsessed with zombies, all of them, and he ended up chopping them all up with a hatchet, which is lovely, isn't it? Hey? So remember, always be nice to your kids, because they will chop you up. Hopefully they don't. I've listed, well, when I say listed today, I mean I've photographed. I'll be listing it later. But I photographed a stack of this motorcycle clothing. It's by a company called Yoko. It's Gore-Tex protected Kevlar and something else. Can't remember what it was. But you got a jacket. I'll put a picture screenshot up here. A jacket, trousers, jacket liner and trouser liners. Also a pair of BMW City Moto Rad trousers. Again, all with the padding and the armour, so they're all there. Listed some pottery. It is a museum replica type thing. I'll put it up here somewhere so you can have a look and see what it is, because pottery really is not my forte, but I have got a good few boxes full of pottery to get listed. Now, the deal is where I go, whatever's there, whatever's been put aside for me specifically, take it all. Don't just pick and choose. Take it all. So that's what I'm doing. It's forced me to start selling things that I never would have picked up before, never would have done. In order for me to fulfill my end of the bargain, I have to take everything, which means there's going to be things that I would normally leave behind and just not touch. But it's been a good thing because I've made some good money off some really strange things that I never would have picked up before. But then with that comes the whole, I don't really want to list that. I'd rather list the things that I've got, but the things that I've got are small and or valuable just as much. But then this sort of stuff piles up, and that is a lot of real estate in a tiny little garage like this. Same thing with this Barbie set down there. It's a big old set, but what I've got to do is get it all out, set it up and list it. Sounds easy, doesn't it? No. When you've got a brain like mine, you need to be doing the things that are simple and uninterruptible. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense unless you've got a brain like mine. I don't know how to explain it better than that. This jumper, I hung this jumper up probably a month ago to list. Still hanging up, still there. It's not going to go anywhere, is it? Can't sell it like that. Mirrors, all of this stuff is unlisted. All of this is unlisted. Got a nice little collection of games going again, ready for Jackie Boy when it's ready. And some game cases there. Sadly, those games are not in there. I wish they was, because they're quite cool stuff. This is all listed. We've got a table down there that's listed that just needs to go. It's a Lego table. It's taking up all of this room. It needs to get out of here. Oh, so if anybody wants to organise a courier, they can take it for £50 and then pay their courier features. One's listed for about 460. I recently sold loads and all of my clothing, in fact, to Gary. Gary took everything, every last piece that I had, apart from a couple of t-shirts that I kept for myself. And now I've got, this is all clothing, and all of that's clothing as well, all unlisted, all ready to get sorted out. A load in the house as well that the missus is probably begging for me to get out. Records, I never pick up records, but there are tons, and I mean tons and tons of records where I go. It's unfathomable. I need to get a unit. I need to get something, but I'm just not ready for that yet. My business is not at the level where it would bring in enough revenue to justify a unit. Even though, as I've always said, resellers are like goldfish. Goldfish, those of you that don't know, you put them in a goldfish bowl, they'll stay small. You put them in a big pond, they will grow. They grow to their environment. Resellers are exactly the same. You put them in a bigger environment, a bigger surrounding, they will fill that surrounding. Like the garage, I filled the garage. When I first started this out, obviously went from a small bedroom to a two-car garage. Two-car garage, man. And I filled the garage because I grew. And then obviously I've had to downsize when I moved here. So getting a unit is probably on the card sooner than I would have liked, but it is what it is. I'm still managing right now. It's just not laziness, but it's more procrastination. Listing other things when I could be listing the big things, which is causing my issue at the moment. So today's goal is to get loads of the big stuff listed, try and get it stuck up on that shelf up there so it's like out the way. They're all my old clothing tubs that I had full, which are now empty. So there's a little bit of space there as well. So I need to get it done. I mean, I've got Star Wars, Lego, more Star Wars Lego and minifigures, ski sticks, golf clubs, hockey bats, Hockey bats, he said. Hockey sticks, pool cues, so much stuff, and it just needs to be listed. I'm sure there's worse problems to have than not actually listing your stuff. You could not be getting stuff, so I'm very blessed there. All of that needs listing as well. All of that needs to be sorted out. There's that Rolex stuff that I made a big fuss about the other day. Just got put back onto a pathing over there, and I've started listing other stuff instead. I need to take photographs of that. Oh, and I also have a very rare long sleeve player issue 1992 Centurion, 100 years of Liverpool shirt that I need to get photographed and listed today. There's a couple of guys on Instagram that really want to see it, so there is a couple of flaws, which is why I need to process it and photograph it before I start offering it out to the world. But I'll probably put some screenshots of that in here if by the time I've put this video out I've taken photographs of the Liverpool top, and I should have, because I made a promise to myself today that I'll get that done. Some regular viewers of the channel might even remember this Ghostbusters bike that I picked up. When I picked it up, made a big fuss about it, and that's where it stayed the whole time, just on a shelf of a shelf and not being listed. But I am listing stuff. Stuff gets listed all the time, but it's the stuff that need, like for example, if I wanted to list this giant Ant-Man, boom, done. I'll do that, not a problem. But like this pottery that I've just done, I've had to lay it all out, take pictures of all angles, measure each one. It's a bit more extra work, isn't it? But extra work is extra money. It's just the way my brain works. I need that kind of, I know my method works, although it doesn't because it piles up. Although days like today come along where I'm just like, right, that's it. And I'm piling on with it and I'm getting it all done. I might actually go and get that Liverpool top, to be fair, so I can actually get it processed, because it's not in here, it's in the house, which means I'm not going to do it if I don't get it. So I am going to go and get that, I think. Here it is. It should be nice and dry by now. Let's go and get it sorted. Here it is. What an absolute beauty. So I'm going to give you a quick little bit of information that I've managed to figure out about this top in particular. So the reason why I know it's player spec is just from a bit of research and a few websites that I went on to. What makes this a player spec top is the embroidery to the club badge and the Adidas equipment, whereas on the replica or the you know, for the fans, etc., they're normally made out of this foamed type thing that's on the Carlsberg logo. And the tag is slightly different on the inside as well. I am currently growing my nails back. Normally you'll notice in my videos I do this kind of thing and I try and hide my nails because I suffer with self-mutilation. However, I'm growing them back, so soon I haven't got to hide them. 44 to 46, so it's quite nice, quite a nice size. But yeah, the label's a little bit different to the other one. Can't get it to focus. Now the floor. There is always piles and pools and stuff. We expect things like that to happen. That's not a big problem, is it? But I need to give it another wash. I put this for a 20-minute wash when I first came home, just to get any kind of smells off it, but I think it needs a little bit more. Hopefully the marks come out. But the main flaw to note is on the sleeve here. You see where the stitching is? Just see where the stitching sort of holds the arm together. It's very difficult to do with one hand. There you go, there's the seam, and the stitching's just come apart on the seam towards the cuff just there. So I'm going to note that. I'm not going to try and fix it because it's a very sort of silky material on it. It's not silk, it's polyester or whatever it is, isn't it? But yeah, nothing on the back, plain on the back. A really nice piece. One is listed for £349.99. I'm sure it's in great condition compared to this. This one, I'm not too sure what to ask for it yet, but I'm going to get some photos of it and get it on Instagram and let the lads who are interested fight over it for a bit. I think that cost me nothing. Came from the place where I go to, from the rag bin. Crappy old stuff in there like oil rag clothing and paint, you know, decorating clothing. And I opened it up, the bag, emptied the bag, boom, this popped out. Happy days. So we'll both be very happy with that if and when it sells. Well, it'll definitely sell, but it's a matter of when. So that's my plan for today. Sales have been okay as well. We're still averaging around about £500 to £700 a week take. So obviously I've got to take off the money that I owe the people, money that I owe for stock, the money that I owe for tax, the money that I owe for houses, you know, bills and stuff. So it's still not enough money for me, but it's enough for me to pay my bills, but it's not enough for me to shout home about. So it's time to upgrade. It's time to move on up a little bit. Q4 is officially here, and nobody's going to let me forget that, because I have a group chat and it was named 8 days till Q4. Every day it was changed. 7 days till Q4. We're currently on day 2 of Q4. So it's the busiest time for eBay resellers, isn't it? Everybody's shopping for Christmas and trying to get things ready, you know, get the shopping done, get the presents in. So it gets a little bit busier. The best types of things to be selling are things like sealed board games, even used board games, puzzles. I've listed a couple of Christmas puzzles today. I say listed, I mean photographed. I've got some Christmas candelabra things, whatever they're called up there. A little dancing Christmas thing. Got some baubles and stuff that need to go. Next week or the week after, I'm probably going to head into the Christmas section of the place that I go to and bring as much Christmas stuff back as I can to get that listed as well. We still have Halloween, and I still haven't listed this little skull thing that I picked up. You would have noticed probably I picked it up 2 months ago. Still haven't done it. Still haven't done it. I'm a disgusting human, but my bills get paid. What needs to happen is for me to be able to not pay my bills one day, but as long as I can pay my bills, I'm kind of happy. I came from nothing. I came from the dirt. I was homeless for a while. I've been through all that kind of stuff, which really puts things into perspective. And I know what it is. You know, I'm very aware of my situation. Because I'm able to pay my bills, I'm okay. Does that make sense? But I want to live. I want to live. I mean, I still do have like splashing money here and there. I've just been and spent the last couple of days with my boy Ricky playing poker at 2 casinos over 2 nights. So it's not like I've got no money at all. But what I mean is I want to be able to just go, I want a new car. Let's go and get a new car. I want to do the garden up. Let's go and spend $1,000 or 2 on the garden. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. I've got a plan. I've got a game plan. I am moving closer towards that, putting things into place, putting things into plan. Me and my friend Ricky, we're doing it together. We're really sort of putting our heads together and going, right, we can't do this anymore. He's doing much better than I am. He's on a much bigger scale, but he's going to drag me along with him. Obviously, I've got work to do, so we shall see. I'm going to get this stuff done. I just thought I'd check in, really. I can't always do car boot sale and charity shop videos, which means I can't always make videos. So I've got to try and find a way to check in with you and keep active on here somehow, haven't I? Let me know in the comments down below. You like these types of videos? A little check-in? If you do, maybe I'll see you again soon. Please like the video on the way out, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Let's get some work done.